Hi everyone, it is currently 1:30 and just taking a walk. I've got my water with me, the sun's out, there's a nice breeze. One of the most amazing things about August is, the breeze itself. The wind is so amazing, something I enjoy. I used to think I enjoyed winter, but ever since I had to, start waking up early, like super early, I actually don't know how much I actually enjoy it. But that's besides the point. Today's topic of discussion is basically allowing yourself to be and allowing yourself to take up space. It's one thing to consistently shrink yourself, and I know for a fact I used to shrink myself, be it in rooms where I didn't necessarily think I would be in, be it opportunities I didn't necessarily think I'd get. I know for a fact I used to downplay myself. But the season I'm currently in really requires me to remain uncomfortable, because like I said in my previous video, when will the time ever be perfect? I'd rather be uncomfortable now, grow now, learn everything I need to learn. And I don't think learning ever ends. But the season I'm in right now just really requires me to really hone in on the things I was so afraid to do. And one of those things was consistently hiding myself, right? Like I spoke on in my previous video on inner light, right? Imagine that combination, right? Everyone is noticing that there is something within you, however, you find it easier to hide, and I'm not judging myself. It's just a point of reflection, honestly. And this season, like I said, is a season of being the change, man. Being the change, stepping out proud and loud, not allowing yourself to dim your own light. Don't dim your light. God has placed so much within you. You are more than deserving. You deserve it all, honestly. But don't dim your own light. Don't do it. But yes, like I mentioned, I found it easier to hide, because it's what I knew. And of course, like everything in this life, we are characters and individuals of familiarity, right? Whatever feels familiar is what we 9 times out of 10 we are drawn towards. 9 times out of 10 it's what we will do. But I don't think that's living. Not at all. I really don't. I think living is really stepping out loud and proud. Loud and proud, confident, patient with yourself. But yes, let's go back to where I think, the dimming of our internal lights started, I can confidently and openly say, I think it all starts within primary school, right? Or just the schooling, the education system, to be honest, where we are constantly told that, you know, if you, I hope you guys can hear me, there is quite a lot of wind, but we live for it. Yes, so as I was saying, right, if we take it a step back to where it could have all started, right, with dimming our light, I truly think it started for myself, I could say, back in, you know, primary school, just the schooling system, honestly, where as a kid you're constantly told to keep quiet, you know, you're constantly told and taught to abide by the rules, you know, and if you don't, you are seen or titled as a kid who misbehaves. You know, there are, I'm sure you guys know this, but back in primary there were things called parents' evening, right? And basically it's a time where teachers get to speak to your parents, right? Now imagine that, where all the kids who have been labeled bad or naughty, you know, are consistently, or their parents are consistently being told, yo, you need to, you know, help your child get into line. You need to make sure your child is behaving, you know, your child is making noise. And then your parents take that information and then they implement that onto you, where it's like, okay, I heard you misbehaving, I heard you doing 1, 2, 3, and it's like, okay, let's take it a step back, right? Let's understand the child's mind instead of trying to continuously suppress, be it what they're going through, because we all have different ways of expression, right? And that's one thing I know for a fact, where our expression is, yeah, for people it shows up differently. For people it may be, you know, we have different forms of just expressing ourselves, man, and that's perfectly fine. But constantly being told to, you know, keep quiet, don't say what you're really feeling, you know, learning that as a kid, it damages, or it has the potential of damaging a child's, you know, self-image, their self-confidence, their overall perspective of themselves. It truly has the potential of, yeah, doing a lot of damage. But we are at the point where we are outlearning and unlearning. Oh no, we are outgrowing and unlearning a lot of the things we were told and taught are, you know, good. Because what does being good even mean? You know, what does being bad even mean? You know? Yeah. I think that literally, well, not that I think, I know for a fact, we all need to step into purpose, you know? We all need to, we all need to confidently walk within our callings without second guessing, without doubting, you know, what's on our hearts, without questioning God. Like, imagine that. Imagine questioning the Creator if you are worthy. Hey, man, as humans, we we've really lost it. Because what do you mean you're questioning God? What do you mean you're second guessing God? Like, what do you mean you're doubting God? You know? When it was just you and Him, when He placed it on your heart, it was, something that only you could understand because you felt it. And that feeling is real. Cool. You share it with people. And now people are trying to make you, and now people are trying to make you realistic, you know? That's the worst combination. Because what do you even mean? You share your goals with people and they ask you, or there are subtle implementations of doubt, right? Fear. Are you ready for that step? And it's like, nah. And this is where the consistent practice comes, right? This is where the consistent practice of, yo, this is who God has called me to be, bro. And I will wake up and believe it every single day, you know, regardless of what the next man or next lady has to say, man. Because you felt that feeling. You felt it, it was real. And yeah, no one can take that away from you. No one can take it away from you at all. But yes, it really, hello. Good. It really requires yourself to stay within His presence. Stay within His space, you know, consistently inviting Him into your space. Because God always has His arms reached out to us. It's really left to us on whether or not we, you know, allow Him in. It really is left to us. But yeah, stop doubting God. Continue trusting within Him. And allow yourself to experience His goodness. It's a nice warm day today. Allow yourself to take up space. Honestly and truly. Allow yourself to really do that, you know? Those uncomfortable emotions, those uncomfortable feelings will rise up, don't get me wrong. But that's a sign, you know, that's an indicator to really hone in deeper. You know, the feelings of anxiety, the feeling of fearing being seen, you know, those are all things you need to do. There are answers within that fear. A lot of answers, actually. Just comes down to, are you willing to, sit with it? And honestly, my personal fear of being seen, trying is one thing that delayed me from, making videos, speaking to the camera, and yeah, my fear of being seen, as well as waiting for everything to be perfect. Those two really worked against me. But like I said, we're not judging ourselves. We acknowledge it and we move forward, because we're progressing forward. We're not judging ourselves for the mistakes we made in the past. We're not focused too far in the future. We are remaining present. And on the point of presence, recording these videos with literally my water, I hope you guys can see it, my water, my backpack, and you guys, no phone on me, is one thing that has required me to remain present and just slow down. There's no phone on me to consistently check notifications. There's no phone on me to distract myself. It's really remaining present with my thoughts. But yes, the battery's about to die. If you made it this far into the video, please make you like, comment, and subscribe. More videos like this on the way. And yeah, anything after this, if it manages to record, that's a blessing from the Most High. But yeah, these walks have really taught me the art of presence. Staying present with my body, number one. Staying present with my thoughts, number two. And yeah, just staying present within nature. Like, look at that. How beautiful. How beautiful. But yup. We continue going. I'm probably, sweating. And that's real, man, because wow, I've always been told I walk quite quick. And I do, I'm tall. I'm really tall, so my strides are different. But yeah, wow. Remain present with yourself. Really do. This building is so cool. Hope you guys can see it. It's behind me. So cool. So cool. Another thing I realized is that, and I told my sister about this the other day, but I noticed I was editing myself a bit too much. In real life, like, there's things I want to say. There are, jokes I want to make. There are, yeah, just things I want to do, right? But in the past, that, you know, constant focusing too much on the opinion of others is what limited me within those moments, you know? But we really move forward and let go of the opinion of others. What's your opinion, you know, about yourself? What do you think about yourself? Crack that joke if you want to crack the joke, you know. Laugh if you want to laugh. Dance if you want to dance. This is your life, man. Set your own standards. That really is the game changer. Setting your own standards and paying attention to your body, because your body always keeps count, internally and externally, you know. Your body will always keep count. If you said you're going to do something and you don't, internally you won't trust yourself as much anymore, you know. If you said you were going to exercise and you don't, externally it's going to show, you know. But yeah, we're in a season of building that self-trust. And like I said, I don't think learning and growing ever stops. It's not a linear journey. Don't let people lie to you that once you've achieved ABC, that your growing is done. Nah. We are all, well, let me speak for myself. I'm a student of life. And walk backwards for a bit. But yeah, I'm a student of life and I'm consistently learning, you know, paying attention to myself. And I don't think my learning has ended. Yep. Just saw a guy on a bicycle. I really want a bike. I'm gonna get one. I am going to get one. And not a motorbike, but a bicycle. A bicycle, to clarify. I want to get into cycling. It would be cool to, you know, find like wait, scrap that. What I am currently, like, you know, trying to decide on is if I want a mountain bike or a road bike, you know. I just want something that's like comfortable and yeah, something that can take me from point A to B like comfortably. I will be doing like a lot of cycling within my neighborhood and yeah, a lot of yeah, just cycling within the area. But yeah, once I get that, you guys will be the first people to know, honestly, because I'll have it and I will record a lot more, you know, like cycling videos. But yeah, there is so much to be grateful for, you know, the small things like waking up, to another day, right? Not out of our own strength, because I worked out yesterday and I'm healthy. And nah, it's really not about you, OG. It's really not about you. By the strength of God, we woke up and we are experiencing another day, you know. And that's through the grace of God, not our own doing. It's really not. And we need to continue singing praise. Hi, doggy. We need to continue, praising God for literally waking up and being able to do this. I'm blessed, like beyond blessed to say the least. You know, I can walk, I'm able-bodied, I'm safe, I'm constantly protected wherever I walk, wherever I go. I'm blessed, man. We all are. And I hope you know that for a fact. You are more than blessed, you know? I'm getting back to a busy area, and like I mentioned earlier on in the video, right? Paying attention to the feelings and the emotions within. I'm noticing that even right now, the feelings of anxiety or the fear of being seen is creeping up again, right? And it's like, cool, I was just crossing the road. But yeah, that fear of being seen is like, it was creeping in again. And the previous version of myself would have found it easier to completely wrap up the video, you know, put the camera away and try act normal again. But we're not doing that. We're not at all. Like, yeah, because this is where it really is, man. Regardless of who's around, man, take those pictures. They're your pictures, bro. Take that video, man. It's your video. I don't think people even care like that, you know, like, I don't, because I know if I saw someone recording a video, I would be interested, you know, or even give them props. Or even give them props, you know. But yeah, it really comes down to less judgment of self, and like I said, taking up space. Take up as much space as you need to, you know. Take up all the space, you know. Step into rooms like God sent you there, OG, because God genuinely sent you there, OG. Yeah. We are meant to take up space. We're not meant to dim our lights. We're not meant to shrink, you know. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I really am, man. I really am. It feels great. It genuinely does. Like, getting out of your comfort zone. It feels amazing. I'm not even gonna hold you, OG. Like, wow. We did it. We really did that. And we are doing it, you know. Just because you've done it once, it doesn't mean the process is over. It's a continuous journey. The journey never ends. The journey never ends. But yeah, give yourself your props. Clap for yourself. Pat yourself on the back. And keep going. Really do. Keep going. Actually glad that the battery managed to hold down for this long, you know. You made it this far into the video. Please, oh no, not please, but thank you for your time. And yeah, I am going to wrap this up. See you in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Any takeaways that you have, any thoughts that you may have on this specific video. And yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going, man. 2 o'clock. Thank you, Lord.